Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Hope you all had a great weekend. We are back for the second week of I wouldn't say the challenge, of the journey. Yeah, let's get into today's video. Thanks for being here. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you get notified every time I upload, which will be every time I actually place a trade. So today we did make a trade, so we will be uploading and doing a recap on that. But today wasn't easy, so we had a long weekend. We didn't trade yesterday because of President's Day. That's in the United States. I'm United Kingdom. I don't celebrate that day, but well done to you American guys. And so we're back today. So shorter week this week. And yeah, so let's get into it. We're looking at also one trade today, one trade only. Is it a green day? I guess it is, but it's a break-even day at the same time. So basically we're up $4 on the day, the mighty whopping $4. So we actually took 200 shares to get this $4, and I will go into the trade, I will go into everything to show you. Yeah, so we're up $4. I think that means after commission, because I took free trades, executions, $1 executions, we'll be up just under $1 by the end of the day. So basically a break-even day, and I'll show you exactly what we did. So pre-market. So let's talk about pre-market. We were there was quite a few on pre-market we were looking at. One was ORPN, which is here. I've actually got a little tool that I'm going to try out today that I think a lot of people use. So ORPN was one we were looking at. ARTW, and there was a couple others as well, Riot, RIOT. But yeah, so let's look at, so the first one was ORPN, and as we've got here, so pre-market, as you see, it's gapped up. So it's Tuesday, February 19th. These are the times, as you know. This is my platform, this is my broker, and this is a real money account, just to let you know. I do block out my my account number, just because I'm not sure if I should show that online or not. Hopefully it doesn't matter, but I'll block out just in case. And yeah, as you see, we've got this big up, so this big gap up. So I think this stock was gapping up around actually like 35-50%. We got the little move. This is all pre-market, so as you see, there's no real volume. So what was we looking at? And let's go into this part here. So we was looking here. So I'm just going to use this tool because it's easier. So basically pre-market, we get this push up. So as we're getting close to the bell, I'm basically looking at this entry over the 175 mark just here, looking to squeeze up to about, I think there was a little window up to 188, but we're basically looking at the squeeze up to $2. So that's what I was doing. So I put my entry on so I put the 100 shares in. I put entry, I actually put 180, so just a little offset, just because this can move quite quick. And yeah, we wanted this squeeze up higher to the $2 mark. As you see out of the gates, pretty much on this candle, it pretty much just pulled all the way back. It sort of popped up, but it held, and it just could never break that, and then it sold off. So I never pulled the trigger on this, and because of this trade, sadly, at the exact same time, ARTW, which is the one I did take a trade on, made a move. So I won't talk about the trade just yet. This was making a big move. Once again, this was gapping up like about 50%, or about between 30 and 50%. So it was gapping up quite a lot. And it's, as you see here, it's got this big where is this? It's got this big move up, consolidating, move up, and then it's consolidating. So what we was looking at was really this break of the pre-market high, which was around basically the 340 area. So we was looking for this pre-market high to break up, to around. Hopefully, we always look to go up to the $0.5 whole dollar. So we're looking up to $4 up here, but we got a nice little push up to around the 375 mark, which was really nice. The issue is because I was looking at both stocks, and this is one thing I'm hoping to get better at. I was looking at both stocks, and really this one was this one was a clearer sort of chart. As such, we see we've got this big move, good volume, and we've got this break. So we know once it breaks, we should get the squeeze. So sadly, it just ripped up really quick, and I missed it. So I missed that pop up. As you see here, I missed that initial pop up, which would have got to around just below the 350. It did make a pullback, and we could have gone for again. Not the cleanest, but that was probably one of the best moves of the day, where we could have made some money. So I missed that move. So pretty much after that, everything, as you see here, between not ORPM but ARTW, these big wicks come down. So basically, sort of like a false breakout, especially up in this area. We just wasn't getting these big crazy momentum. So I was watching quite a few stocks. I was watching at the time FUV made moves. As you see here, let me go into here. Not crazy volume, but you see here around the 935, it made a move up. 943, roughly around I took my trade, it made a move up, but it felt, people were trying to get in for the break, maybe over 550, but it just made this big crash down. Riot is actually doing okay. It's sort of grinding up. Riot was looking okay, but this was another one we was keeping an eye on, but there was no real clear entry point here. Maybe we could have had this. We could have had an entry over maybe Supreme Market here. We could have probably had an entry over here for the move up higher, but it wasn't the one I was initially looking at. And then once it made this move, we didn't get really the big pullbacks. I was watching it here. We got the flush down, and then we got the flush down again, and then we got it again. So I wasn't really. I thought it was just going to sell off then. So I didn't. No entry. No entry there. So yeah. So that was pretty much it. Solo made a little bit of moves as well. As we see here, it's made a move up from the 420 up to 480, but not the cleanest one to trade. Not as much momentum. So pretty slow day. I know a lot of people like Ross and other people in the chat rooms. They were struggling. Some people made money. They always will. Some people. Obviously lost money today. It wasn't the easiest day, and there wasn't a lot of follow-through momentum, what we needed. So, my trade. So, as you said, I was watching all these. You see, it's got to about 943 now. So, if I go to close positions, ARTW, 200 shares in, 200 shares out. We got in at 316. On average, it was 316. Closed at 318. Long. And see, we got $4 profit. And if we look at the actual order history, if I go to start time, we bought at 323. So basically, as you see here, let me get my trusted tool again. So what we was looking at here is basically, I see this pop up, I see this, we get this bit washed out, pop up again. So if I was saying to myself, if we do get this washout down to this area, this 320 area, which is providing some support right here, I will look to buy. I looked to buy for a bit, and it was. I'm not showing the VWAP on it, but it was holding the VWAP as well. I said I used the other charts, TC2000, and it was holding the VWAP. So I thought, okay, I will buy the washout down to 320. Stop will be as low as here, which is like your 315 mark. But then we got a big washout again. So when we got the washout to here, which was the 305 mark, that was pretty much, I was going to add on to that entry, and stop would be below $3 basically. So we would have averaged around 15 cents to try and get back up to the 350 mark. So not the worst profit loss ratio there. And the only time I will add on to my size now, and this is kind of thing I've been learning over the weekend, been studying, is the only times is sort of the acceptable time to add on, which is not always the best idea, but it's sort of in the washouts. If you've got a good plan, you've got some support, and you get the washout, and it carries on further, you can kind of add on to them positions. But it wouldn't be good, for instance, if we was to let me just get rid of these. If we was to, let's say, I want this thing. It wouldn't be good to say, let's say we bought this washout we bought here and we was holding it, and we thought, oh, okay, we're gonna buy again here. You know, we don't mind doing it on the same candle, because that's the big washout, that's the big dip. We want the bounce, so this wouldn't be a good time to add, because you know this could have easily much as kept on going down here. So the only time we would do is on this one candle washout. Let me erase that. So yeah, so as I was saying, without the pen, let me get rid of this. Still just got this little tool today. So as I was saying, we was looking for that support on the 320 mark. That's where I got my initial entry. Carried on a bit further, so I was like, okay, that's fine. We've got this support an hour under 305. So you see how it's gone down 305, 305, 305. That was absolutely fine. So we've got that there. And we wanted wanted this stock to have a quick pop up. And on these, you know, sometimes yes, it is going against a trend, because we've had these washdowns, but as you see here, stocks do travel in waves. They do travel in waves. So there's, even though this is it can be a bit of a 50-50, a lot of time we do get these little pop-ups to here, or it can even travel back up to here as well. Certainly if it was to travel down as it did, we got to get out quick. So that's what I basically did. We let's get rid of this. So yeah, so when we got this travel down, basically it was holding around this mark for a while. I think it was around the 318 mark, and it popped up a little bit to about 24. What does this candle say? Let me go select mode. It always tells you here. Gotta get better at using these charts. So you see here, we've got the high of 322. So I was hoping for it to break. My actual goal was, I was in at so an average of 316. So I was looking for around the 325 mark. So you know, the quarters, the half dollars, the whole dollars. So the 325, and I would have sailed. It started hovering around 318. So I just got out, and as you see here on my order history, we got filled 200 shares at 318. So it did grind up a little bit again. Nothing else was really coming on. I think later in the day, ORPN, it started to make a move later in the day. So as I said, we was looking over this 375 mark here. This 375 mark here, but it just sailed off, wasn't doing anything. And then later in the day, once I finished, because I finished earlier today, I wasn't going to take a trade. We got this big move up. It's got halted, and it made a big pop up here. And now it's just selling off. So there was obviously money to be made there if people maybe got in before the halt, but I wasn't watching anymore. Learned my lessons from previous days, and I think even ARTW, ARTW, it's still, you know, as we see here, down, up, down, stocks travel in waves. We've got this big push up again, and now it's just selling off again. So, yeah, that was it. So basically, a break-even day. You can maybe even say it was a green day, because in theory, I'm up in money, and I'm actually up in money before after commissions even. So. Yeah, not the most exciting day. It's another day, another lesson learned, another one for the books, and we'll, as long as we trade tomorrow, we'll be back tomorrow with another recap. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for everyone who's subscribing and who's commenting. It's really, really much appreciated, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow for another Green Day recap. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.